Big E wants a popular WWE faction to reform and face the New Day. Rosario Dawson comments on her AEW Dynamite appearance. And Bray Wyatt teases his return with cryptic tweets and makes a bold statement. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. To stay up to date with all of our content, be sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big E wants a popular WWE faction to reform and face the New Day. New WWE Champion Big E wants all 4 members of the Hurt Business to get together again and feud with the New Day. While speaking to Complex, Big E was asked about the future challenges he could face as WWE Champion. The New Day star stated that there would be multiple opportunities if all 4 members of the Hurt Business reunited, saying, quote, "The first thought that comes to mind is the Hurt Business. I want to see them back. I want to see them together. Man, just the opportunity to go out there. The story is already there. The history is there. But I beat Bobby, and now Bobby needs to back up and get his 2 cast-off brothers back again. I got 2 brothers of my own. There are so many opportunities. But imagine the Hurt Business coming back together to do battle with the New Day. All kinds of incarnations, singles matches, tag matches. Man, there's so much that we can do there." End quote. Big E referenced Cedric Alexander's tweet following Bobby Lashley's title loss and believes that Lashley will not back down and will fight to regain his title. Earlier this year, the Hurt Business surprisingly dissolved as Lashley threw Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin out of the group. Despite being heels, the foursome, including MVP, had become a popular faction within the WWE Universe. However, MVP teased a reunion after Lashley's loss on Raw by posting a picture of himself beside Shelton Benjamin. Meanwhile, Lashley revealed last month that there's room for more stars to be added to the Hurt Business, which means we could perhaps see the return of Alexander and Benjamin to feud with the New Day. Rosario Dawson comments on her AEW Dynamite appearance. AEW has attracted people from sports, TV, and the film industry. Rosario Dawson was not an exception as she crossed a barricade and attacked Malachi Black. She reacted to her appearance on Twitter with 2 simple words: making moves. Dawson is a famous Hollywood entity appearing on shows like The Mandalorian, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, and films like The 25th Hour, The Rundown, Sin City, and Clerks 2. She was in attendance as Black cut a promo on AEW Dynamite. Black turned his attention to the Hollywood star and called her out for wearing the colors of the enemy. Dawson immediately got up and crossed the guardrail to face Black. Black was again distracted when Cody Rhodes was seen coming down to the ring from the crowd. Dawson jumped on Black's back as he struggled to get her off. Cody attacked Black and continued their feud that started weeks ago on Dynamite. Over the past few weeks, Black has been on a mission to eliminate members of the Nightmare family in the absence of Cody. The possible reason for Dawson's appearance is that she and Cody are judges on the Go Big Show, alongside Jennifer Nettles. The show is on TBS, the sister network of TNT, as both channels belong to Warner Media Studios. Cody's recent absence from the AEW could be attributed to the show. The 2nd season is being filmed, and the American Nightmare was a part of it. Rosario Dawson's AEW appearance also serves as a crossover promotion for the talent show. Coming back to AEW, Cody Rhodes will face Malachi Black on Grand Slam next Wednesday. Wrestling legend comments on Big E's gimmick. Judging from his recent comments, pro wrestling legend Jim Cornette isn't a big fan of Big E's gimmick. Big E won the WWE title for the first time in his career on this week's Raw. The superstar cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Bobby Lashley and ended up pinning the Almighty to win the big one. The opening segment of this week's WWE RAW featured Randy Orton, Riddle, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Big E. While watching the segment, Jim Cornette went on a rant about Big E's on-screen demeanor, saying, quote, "Big E, who's got the briefcase that he won under questionable circumstances where he gets a title shot at any time he wants. He's dressed, as we've mentioned about the New Day many times, like a unicorn throw up, and he's acting silly. And grown human beings don't act that way. But it is especially noticeable in front of Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, and MVP. trying to be the stars of the level of all the other names that I just mentioned and come off that way." End quote. Big E has been donning the comic gimmick since the creation of the New Day 7 years ago. Many folks said that he would never become world champion until he gave up the comedy bit. Fans may remember former WWE champion The Miz telling Big E that he would have to get serious for a successful singles career in WWE. Big E didn't listen to his detractors and continued being himself on WWE TV. He was finally given his well-deserved WWE title win on Raw. Fans have also reacted positively to the win. AEW star reacts to Drew McIntyre promoting Raw. John Silver had an interesting take on Drew McIntyre promoting an upcoming edition of Monday Night Raw. In a tweet sent out by the New York Islanders official handle, the former WWE champion was seen cutting a promo while wearing a New York Islanders shirt and sporting a hat. In the clip below, Drew McIntyre talked about the upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw for November 29th. The NHL team themselves promoted the show by stating that Raw was headed to their new home, UBS Arena, in late November. Dark Order Silver quoted the tweet and had quite the amusing response as he wrote, "Dude, WTF?" John Silver is currently part of the Dark Order faction in AEW. Silver is arguably one of the most popular stars in the group and has delivered some top-notch performances inside an AEW ring. His match against former TNT champion Darby Allin in particular remains one of his best standout bouts in AEW. During the match, the Dark Order star dislocated his shoulder and it was noted that he would be sidelined 4 to 6 months. Since returning to action, Silver and the Dark Order have had a rough period of time in gaining momentum. The faction has been close friends with Hangman Adam Page and had also teamed up together for a match against the Elite, one that Dark Order failed to win. Drew McIntyre feuded with former stablemate Jinder Mahal in the lead to SummerSlam. At the pay-per-view, the former WWE champion defeated Mahal and moved on to the United States Championship picture. After beating Bobby Lashley and Sheamus in a tag team match with Damian Priest, McIntyre stepped up to his tag team partner and challenged for the US title. A triple threat match also involving Sheamus was later set up. On that, McIntyre went on to lose. Bray Wyatt teases his return with cryptic tweets and makes a bold statement. Former Universal Champion Bray Wyatt has taken to Twitter to send a message to his fans and tease his return with some cryptic tweets. Replying to a fan's tweet about missing him, Bray Wyatt cryptically claimed that he'll see us all very soon and everything will be clear. Saying, quote, "Everything will be clear. I'll see you all very soon. Revenge is a confession of pain." End quote. Replying to another fan who stated that he's excited to see Bray Wyatt, the former WWE champion made a bold statement claiming that we have never seen the real version of him. Bray Wyatt was released from WWE earlier this year in July, much to the shock and disappointment of the pro wrestling world. Reports claim that the reason behind this massive step was indeed budget cuts. Wyatt has mostly been quiet about his release and his fans are waiting to see what his future plans are. Ever since Bray Wyatt's WWE release, there have been rumors and speculations of him joining All Elite Wrestling. With the likes of Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, and CM Punk making their AEW debuts recently, it's entirely possible that Bray Wyatt could be the next former WWE superstar to sign up with the promotion. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories and exclusive content, be sure you follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.